Welcome to this week's Wax Pack Dad Christmas edition. Woo! I am pumped. It's the end of the year, and I've been promising some big things. So, this is going to be the coolest thing since Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye cross dressed and tap danced their way to singing Sisters during White Christmas. This is what we got this week. We have these bad boys. 1970 holiday packs. Now, you might say, hey, Ryan, are these the original wax packs? They are not, because I do not have unlimited funds and I don't want to sleep on the couch. What they are is from the 1980s, 1982 to be exact. Topps sold their entire warehouse. So 60s, 70s, 80s cards. Another company packaged them up, and these haven't been seen since 1982. So, in the 12 years between 1970 and 1982, the cards weren't worth very much. So, the hope is that most of the good cards aren't taken away by some unscrupulous company guy kind of trying to steal the Hank Aaron's and the Pete Roses of the world because they were only worth maybe a quarter or 50 cents at the time. So, with that being said, this is a great set. 1970 is awesome. Not to mention the fact, and I'll bring these bad boys up again here. These are what you consider like a rack pack, in which you've got a number of cards in each one. Now, with these, there are only 12 per pack total. So there's only 6 cards that we can't see in each one. So we're looking for 12 cards. The cool thing is we have over 42 Hall of Famers out of 720 cards. So, fingers crossed, we got a good chance of landing one. And I thought 1970 is a really cool year because there's so many Hall of Famers because it's really a crossroads year. You've got kind of the ending of careers of folks like Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. And then you've got the start of careers like Reggie Jackson and Johnny Bench. And of course, you've got folks in the middle of their career like Jim Palmer and Pete Rose. What I thought was really cool is there's also 2 Hall of Fame managers who are Hall of Fame players. So this is, for a lot of us, the only chance you're ever going to get a Ted Williams. So Ted Williams, probably the best hitter of all time. And if you like Ty Cobb, that's awesome. And Leo DeRocher, both Hall of Fame managers, Hall of Fame players, and managers. So we've got chances of pulling those out. Not to mention, there are a ton of special cards where we've got league leaders for home runs, RBIs, pitching. Every single one of them has some of those 42 Hall of Famers in it. And there's also a World Series cards. So the World Series that year was the Mets and Detroit. So you've got folks like Nolan Ryan on those cards quite a bit. So we're going to open these bad boys up. One of the cool things is, as we're looking at these, even the worst card in the set is worth $2 in bad condition. So your commons are worth $2, $4, $8 in anywhere from fair to kind of near mint condition. So there's a lot of really cool cards here. We're going to open them up and see what we get and hope we make somebody's Christmas that much brighter. All right, we're going to open these guys up here. Very carefully. A little bit of a challenge here as we're going through it. All right. Well, the first time that these cards have seen the light of day in about 50 years. So we'll take a look at those, and we'll look at the conditions. The two in the middle are going to be ones that haven't seen the light of day in quite some time, and we'll just kind of keep our fingers crossed that we can pull at least one Hall of Famer out today. I am having a dickens of a time here. No pun intended. So we've got Vicente Romero, Don Shaw from the Expos, Giants rookie stars John Harrell and Bernie Williams. Not that Bernie Williams for you Yankees fans. And manager Lefty Phillips. So no hits so far, but each one of those, and sometimes those rookie cards too, and they're in pretty good shape. I mean, I'm looking at these things, and these are PSA 7 type quality cards. So, I mean, my guess is even the bad cards out of this, the commons, are going to be $2 to $4 worth. So, really cool. Of course, it'd be cooler if we pulled like a Hank Aaron out. Be a lot cooler if you did. See, I'm nervous about cutting these cards, so. Evidently, I am not good at this. So, because we only have like a couple packs to go, this is what all the waiting's about here. It's all suspense here. All right. Jerry Arrigo. We've got another Expos John Bateman. Sonny Jackson from the Braves. And Carmelo Pascual from the Reds. So far, I don't want to say it's been a dud, but it's been a dud. You can't win them all. All we have to do is hit on one of these. Okay, we've got Byron Brown. Andy Messersmith, and I've actually heard of that guy. I think he was also involved in the Nolan Ryan trade, so that's kind of cool. So I'll have to look him up. Buddy Bradford from the White Sox. And another Don Shaw from the Expos. Just in case you didn't get your fix of Don Shaw the first time. So, let's go off to the second pack. See what happens. Now, we do have one nice card for sure on there. We do have the Denny McLain coming up, so that'll be at the bottom. So we have Jim Spencer from the Angels. Dennis Higgins from the Indians. Oh, all right. Hey, we got a playoff one. And this is Boog Powell, who isn't a Hall of Famer, but is a great third baseman. So this is on the AL playoffs when the Orioles won. So this is worth some money, so we'll put this aside. And here, at least, is the crown jewel, is the Denny McLain, who, before he got involved with some unsavory activities, won 31 games and 24 games with the Tigers back in the late 60s, early 70s. Incredible pitcher for a short while. So really cool here. We got the Boog Powell. I don't know who the catcher is there for the Orioles, but once again, some value there. So that's really cool. Two more to go. We got 4 cards we don't know about, and 42 Hall of Famers still ready to go. And we've got Oriole rookies. Speaking of rookies, this is actually, for how many Hall of Famers, it's actually not a great rookie set. There's two rookies, and neither of them are in the Hall of Fame. Thurman Munson, who was the Yankee captain who died in a plane crash in the late 70s, and Vida Blue. Besides that, really the value is in the Hall of Famers. So we've got this. We've got Ed Stroud from the Senators, the original Senators. Buzz Steven from the Pilots. Now, people are going, hey, what's the Pilots? Well, the Pilots were in the 1969 season in Seattle. They actually went bankrupt, went to Milwaukee. They were the Milwaukee Pilots in 1970, and then 71 they became the Brewers. So kind of cool story there, and eventually the Mariners came back. And we've got Ron Bryant. One more pack to go. Hope springs eternal here. So we have for Angels, we have Jose Agui. Jose Tartable from the A's. Boy, that's off-center card. I wonder if he's any relation to Danny Tartable. Bob Watson with the Astros. And Rod Gasper with the Mets. So, I'm going to take a look at these two because sometimes some of the commons are very, very hard to find and have some value. So I'm going to take a look at those. We certainly have some value here with the AL playoffs here with the Orioles, team led by Jim Palmer and just, some incredible talent, and then Denny McLain. So thanks for watching, and we'll kind of line up some of the winners in just a little bit.